Welcome to this explainer. Today, we've got a truly fascinating story for you. We're looking at the crossroads of cutting-edge tech and deep local history. We're going to uncover exactly how a massive, hyperscale artificial intelligence data center, part of OpenAI's Stargate Project, is completely flipping the script for the economic future of a historic Texas town. It's just a brilliant example of how modern infrastructure can totally revitalize a community. Let's get right into it.
So, how exactly does an AI data center transform a historic Texas railroad town? Well, let's dive in and see how Abilene navigated this massive shift. Because, it wasn't an overnight acceptance. As we'll see, the town went from some very understandable initial skepticism to fully embracing a massive technological investment for their future. I mean, how does a town famous for railroads become a literal hub for artificial intelligence? Let's find out.
Section 1, Mighty, Mid-sized, and Historic.
To really understand this massive shift, we first have to look at Abilene's baseline culture before Stargate even arrived. The locals proudly describe their home as, quote, mid-sized and mighty. And I love that phrasing. It beautifully illustrates this fierce, protective desire to maintain their Western railroad town traditions, even while they're looking ahead. They absolutely don't want to lose their identity in the face of progress. They're holding tight to the culture and opportunity that built them.
But right alongside that rich heritage, there's a very pragmatic reality. They're a warm, friendly community, for sure, but make no mistake, they are incredibly serious about business. They weren't just stuck in the past. They were actively primed and waiting for the right forward-thinking opportunity. Abilene was already looking ahead, just kind of waiting for that perfect economic catalyst to build upon their historic foundation.
Section 2, Transforming Unusable Rocky Land.
Now, the specifics of the actual physical location chosen for this hyperscale center are absolutely crucial to why this is such a huge net positive for the city. Before the project, this site was definitely not lush, productive farmland. Far from it. It was stubborn, rocky, hard clay, essentially dormant and practically unusable. But today, that exact same plot is becoming a hyperscale data center. The contrast here is just staggering. They are literally taking ground that couldn't even grow a weed and turning it into a massive hub of technology and, crucially, an incredible property tax generator.
A really common concern when massive developments come to small towns is the fear of losing valuable resources or good farmland. The locals will be the first to tell you, quote, that land wasn't very good for hardly anything. This project is breathing life into a completely dormant plot. It's taking a space that was essentially worthless and transforming it into some of the most valuable real estate in the entire region. It's a total game changer.
Section 3, the economic outlook shift.
Now, the implications of this new facility go way beyond just one plot of dirt. Of course, when you tell a mid-sized railroad town that a tech giant wants to build a hyperscale AI data center right in their backyard, the immediate reaction is going to be, wait, is this really true? Because hyperscale AI infrastructure was such an unknown entity to them, those initial questions naturally led to a healthy dose of skepticism. And honestly, they had to ask the hard questions to make sure it was actually right for Abilene.
But the economic shift we're seeing now is undeniable. Look at the before and after. Before Stargate, Abilene's industry base was pretty undiversified, sitting on stagnant property values on that rocky clay. Post-Stargate, boom! They instantly gain a highly diversified economy. We're talking about a massive injection of new tax dollars hitting the rolls, shifting their trajectory from standard, slow community growth right into highly accelerated infrastructure improvement.
And those new tax dollars, they aren't just abstract numbers on a spreadsheet. They go right to work. Adding a massive data center to the property tax base directly funds tangible, everyday improvements for the community. It means better local infrastructure, brand new opportunities for existing citizens, and firmly securing economic prosperity for the future citizens who will call Abilene home.
Section 4, Funding Schools and Future Generations.
While infrastructure like roads is vital, the most profound local impact of this newly generated tax revenue is actually being felt right inside the local school districts. The path to progress here is remarkably direct. OpenAI builds the Stargate facility on that unusable clay, which immediately triggers massive growth in the local property tax base. And because of how local taxes work, the school districts capture immense financial benefits. This means students are now being educated in brand new facilities with state-of-the-art equipment. It's quite literally a direct pipeline from rocky clay to AI servers straight into the local classrooms.
It is truly remarkable to see how grabbing hold of a forward-thinking opportunity like this secures a multi-generational legacy.
Like the locals noted, this isn't just about the next 5 years. To quote them, "When I say transformational, I think about great-grandchildren. It will mean future prosperity for everyone." The technology is coming. It has to be built somewhere, right? And by actively capturing that opportunity, Abilene is securing prosperity for their great-grandchildren. They are keeping their rich heritage completely intact while fully funding their future.
To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought to mull over. We've seen exactly how Abilene, Texas did it. So if a simple, unusable plot of hard dirt can completely transform a town's educational infrastructure and economic outlook through AI investment, what untapped, dormant opportunities are currently waiting in your own community to fund the future? It's something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you next time.